watching every move I make because she just wants to go for a walk. See, I said walk, her ears perked up. Oh yes, there she is. And everywhere I go, Bella goes. It's like, are you coming? Are we coming? Is it time? Is it time? Yes, Bella, let's go for a walk. I think she's in a hurry. Should we go for a walk, Bella? Okay, let's go. And there she goes, pulling me down the driveway. I like to go for a walk early in the morning before the heat in the afternoon, and then we both take care of our exercise for the day and get that out of the way. So I haven't even had coffee yet, but that can wait. As you can see, it was trash day today. The trash men have already come and emptied all of the cans, and everybody's cans are waiting for them to wake up and bring them back up to their driveways. Oh, Bella, there's a car coming. You're gonna have to be careful. You have to be careful. You have to let the car go by. Okay. It's already a beautiful day. There are really no sounds out here except for the sounds of us walking, actually not making any sound. And some birds. And there's a little boy getting his morning run in. Bella is pretty much guiding me, taking me for a walk, I guess you could say. She's got a regular routine here in the neighborhood. We generally walk once around the block and then we do another short area just to wake up. Where are you going, Bella? Come on, let's get moving. Gotta keep moving, baby. Keep moving. So whenever we're out walking, I like to check on our little mango tree. It's not really our mango tree, it belongs to somebody else. But it's nice to look at it. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to be home when the mangoes are the ripest. Our luggage is already out of the garage. We are going to be taking 2 carry-on bags and 2 backpacks. Although only one of the backpacks is out. We have to find the other one. So as usual, we are traveling a little on the light side, although I use packing cubes, and that makes it very easy to get everything that we need in our luggage. So we are not checking any bags, which is a good thing, especially when you're flying. You don't have to wait for your bags to get moving. Time for that first cup of coffee. And this morning I am going to do a mix of 8 o'clock coffee, some wheat, pod. And actually, this morning I am going to add a little bit of cinnamon hazelnut from Fresh Market. So it's going to be Colombian coffee with a little cinnamon twist. Finish up my little coffee pod here. If you have one of these Nespresso coffee machines, and you're tired of spending money on those high prices for the Nespresso pods. I think it's like 10 for $10 or 12 or even more. You should watch my video on how to make your own little coffee pods, which is what I'm doing here. Peeling it over. There is nothing like fresh ground coffee first thing in the morning. And then I just tuck everything all over. Close that. Lock it. Okay, and I use the turbinado sugar. So we have 2 spoons of sugar. I always put it in before I make my coffee. It helps mix it up. Okay, look at that delicious crema on top. I love this cup. Isn't that cute? Well, that looks delicious. Bella announced that there is a shipment that has just been received. It's our Cariumas. So our Cariumas have arrived. I read about these online. So many people have talked about wearing Cariumas when they go on trips where they're going to be doing a lot of walking. So I ordered a pair for both Jeff and I. So let's take a look at the shoes. These are Jeff's. Jeff ordered black. Jeff wanted black on black. Very handsome shoe. I can't wait till he gets home to try them on. Okay, let's take a look at my shoes. Mine are the off-white low cut. Beautiful. Now to try them on. Oh my God, these are so comfortable. Truly like walking on clouds. I think they will work perfectly for our vacation to France. The next thing I do is make sure we've got our passports and our vaccine cards are tucked inside the front of each of the passports. The next thing I do is go to my folder for vacation. I always make a folder for every vacation. I do that the very first moment when I book something. So maybe when I book our airfare, I get the folder, start a new collection of paperwork. So let me talk about how I put my papers together. First of all, when we leave for France, we are going to Paris, Provence, and Nice. So as I make the reservations, I group all of the papers that have to do with one particular trip with a paper clip. And I do everything in order of when I'm going to need that paper. So for example, starting at the very beginning, we are going to pick up a rental car and drive it to the airport rather than leaving our own car outside at some long-term parking lot. And it turns out to be less expensive. So we're going to pick up a rental car. That's the very first piece of paper for my trip for tomorrow. Next is my airline ticket, or our airline tickets. So they're clipped behind that. Then the very next thing that I will need after the airline tickets is the shuttle reservation for the shuttle from the Charles de Gaulle airport to our hotel. Then I need the hotel confirmation so that I have all of that together. Now all of that will be clipped together. And then if we've made any other reservations, for example, we're going to the dinner show at the Moulin Rouge, which is something that we've always wanted to do. It's a little pricey, but we decided to splurge this time. So our reservation, because it all takes place in Paris, and it happens a few days after we get there, that is behind the hotel reservation. Next, we're taking a train to Nice. So following that would be the next clip section of papers for Nice. So our train tickets. Then we have directions on how to get to our Airbnb. We'll need that next. Then the directions to, then the confirmation from the Airbnb along with the confirmations that we made all the full payments in case there's any question when we arrive. And then we've scheduled a walking tour one day, so I have the confirmation behind that, and we have a restaurant reservation at Le Plongeoir, which I made months ago because it's so popular, so that falls behind that paper clip. And then that's it for Nice, all clipped together in order of when we need those things. The next trip is Provence, going through the lavender fields. So we're taking a train from Nice to Provence. I have our train tickets. Next, I have a rental car confirmation because we're renting a car in Aix-en-Provence so that we can drive out to our Airbnb in Provence. And then, of course, there is the Airbnb confirmation with payment information confirming that everything's paid also. And we're meeting friends in Provence, so I have information on how to reach them, just as a reminder. Then the next leg of our trip is back to Paris. So again, paper clipped. I have our train tickets from Aix-en-Provence back to Paris. I have our Airbnb reservation in Paris. And let me see, do I have anything else? Oh, I just remembered the Moulin Rouge tickets are actually, when we return to Paris, not on the first part of Paris. So they are going to be in that second section. And I think that's it on Paris. But if we schedule any tours, they'll just go behind that and be clipped. In addition, in that folder, I have a printout of our travel insurance policy that I signed up for the other day. We have also purchased, we have ordered senior discount cards from SNCF, where we made our reservation for all of our train trips. And first thing I did was register for senior citizen I believe it was over 65 discount cards. So once you register for that, then you get, I think it was up to 30% off, possibly more, on your train tickets. And you need that to make the reservation. So you have to do that before you make a reservation on the train if you're a senior and you want to take advantage of the discount. So you can go get those cards. And here is what the Senior Advantage card does for you. I had forgotten, you pay 49 euros per card. It's valid for a year, and you do get 30% off in second and first class. And if you have children coming with you, accompanying you, you get 60% off prices for them. There are capped prices on some of the trips. You get discounts on catering on the train. So you can see it's all right here. 15% off on an Avis car rental. And you can actually load it on your SNCF app, which is definitely one of the apps that I loaded onto both my phone and Jeff's. So it's good to have that Senior Advantage card if you're over the age of 60. In addition, I have what is called a passenger locator form, and this is something new. Now, you know, one form that you do need that I mentioned is this PLF form. And let me open that up for you so you can see what that looks like. So, and you register as a new user and you create a password. I'm going to sign in because I've already got a password. And you'll fill out all of the information. And then basically the form will start here. And you'll check if you're traveling with your spouse, you would click that you're traveling with family and fill out all of the information on here. And then when you click, basically you click this, I'm a visitor to this country, visiting for a short time. Then click continue and it will give you one finished form. And that is what I printed out to take with me, and you just need to have that with you. So once I have all of those documents together, I always put them in the front flap of one of the backpacks. Typically, it's whichever backpack has enough space in it, so that we both know, Jeff and I both know, that if we need to grab anything really quick, it's just in that front flap of the backpack, and we just pull it out. So, some important details about going to the airport. Now, when you're going to France, I got a notification in the mail from Air France a couple of days ago, and they suggested we get there 4 hours ahead. 4, which is a change. Normally we get there 2. I don't know what's up. And we have to drive to Miami to pick up airplanes, so we are simply going to drive to Miami and make sure that we're at the airport 4 hours ahead of our flight. Now, this is a strange thing that came up recently. We went to the airport to pick my son up in Fort Myers, Florida, And we needed to get a gate pass because, as many of you who have seen my prior videos know, my son is mentally challenged. So it requires that we get a gate pass to go to the gate to meet him so that he doesn't come off the plane and sort of get lost in the airport. So we're not flying. However, the airline gives us a pass that we hand to the guy at TSA.
So, as summer comes and COVID restrictions are easing, a lot more people are going out to the airport. And it's been a long time since people have been through TSA. So I want to give you some tips and hints when you get to TSA this year. One of the things is, a lot of times you'll walk into the X-ray unit. And when you walk into the X-ray unit, the X-ray can be set for a man or a woman. I didn't know this until I was at the airport recently. So I walked into the X-ray unit and they show you the image where you hold your arms up over your head. And there you stand and the X-ray machine goes, and then you walk out of the machine. Now I walked out of the machine and the man says, "Wait a minute." I said, "What's wrong?" He says, "You have a belt on." I said, "No, I put my belt, I put my wallet, I put my cell phone in the bin. All I got on is shorts and a top." He says, "I gotta check your groin area." What? So I turn around and I look at the machine and there's an image of a man on the machine and my arms and legs, everything looks good. And my groin area is red, cherry red. So I looked at the machine, I looked back at him, I said, "I don't know, what do I do now?" He says, "Put your hands up." So I put my hands up like this. And he says, "I gotta pat you down." I said to him, normally, before I let people pat me down, you gotta buy me dinner first. He laughed. We both knew it's uncomfortable and it's a weird situation. So he starts patting me down, checking my groin area, and he finds no dynamite or explosives down there. But the next thing really surprised me. He says, "I gotta check closer." I said, "What do you mean closer? You're like feeling all around down there." He pulls my pants out, he takes a nice rubber glove, and he goes down in the front of my pants and he's like fishing around down there. And then he says, "I gotta check the back." So he takes his hand and he reaches down and he pulls my pants and he rubs down the crack of my butt. And he comes back up. And I look him in the eye and it said, "Pretty impressive, isn't it?" He said, "Get out of here, go get your flight." So, if you come to the TSA and you go through the scanner, ask the person running the scanner, is it set for a woman or a man? We all know they're built differently, and I believe what happened was, I'm a male like most other males. There's nothing extraordinary, except my wife thinks I am, but there's nothing really extraordinary down in my groin area. So I believe it was the machine was set for the female scan, not the male scan. So you may want to ask the operator, are you set to scan boys or are you set to scan girls right now? Because I'm a boy and I'm going to walk through the scanner. Little tips for travel.
Kind of a funny story, isn't it? So first, let's look at all of the things that you can use your RAT or Bonjour RATP app for. Finding transportation routes, buying and topping off travel tickets like your Navigo Pass. There is a Marcel ride-hailing service You can book it and pay for it right on the app. You can book and pay for one of the Veli bikes. Let's see, what else can you do here? I'm just scrolling through the website. Basically, you keep track of all of your modes of transportation, whether it's the bus, the metro, RER, tram, as I said, the Veli bikes. Now, I'm not familiar with the Noctilien night bus or Orleval, but look at all the things that are on here for those of you who may be familiar with those other two things. So I have not found a way to actually buy the Navigo Pass from the app. I've already downloaded it on my phone, so it's ready to go. My assumption is that once I buy the pass, I can then go to the app and upload the information, and then from that point on, I can just keep topping it off from my app. So all of the information is on the RATP website, and I will give you that website in information below. So the next website that I want to, or not, sorry, not website, but the next app that I want to talk about is this MPC Passport mobile app. Now, I have just downloaded this to my phone and my husband's phone. This is the first time that we're going to be using this. And it's for passport control. I have not yet figured out exactly how it's going to work, but it appears that, you know, the paperwork when you're on the plane heading back to the US from France, and they give you forms to fill out where you declare your information. It appears that this app is going to replace that. And it's an authorized application. It doesn't cost anything and it doesn't require any pre-approval. So what you'll do, let's see what it says. You download it from the Apple App Store or Google Play. And let me just flip some of these. Okay, after you download the app, you create your profile. Once you submit any transactions, you receive an electronic receipt. And then you bring your physical passport. Oh, okay. You bring your physical passport and the mobile device with the digital QR coded receipt to a CPB officer to finalize inspection into the United States. So you need Wi-Fi to send the information and receive a receipt, but you can complete the profile without being connected. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope that I've given you a little bit of information. And if you're not a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Just click below. It's free. And please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you thought I did a good job on this video or brought some information into your life, or you just like looking at me. The more people who give it a thumbs up, the more people YouTube will show it to. It definitely helps my algorithm. So give me that thumbs up. And again, I thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.